Instagram's algorithm has recently updated, which means if you don't implement the changes that I'm about to share with you in this video, you're gonna see both a massive decrease in one, the amount of views that you're getting on Instagram, and two, the amount of followers that you're getting on Instagram right now, which would be terrible because it's easier to grow on Instagram right now than it ever has been before. All you have to do is make sure that you implement the things that I'm about to share with you in this video. For example, this creator implemented them, gained over 60,000 followers in just 1 month. This creator gained over 300,000 followers, and this creator gained over 600,000 followers. And trust me, these people are no better than you at creating content. They're no smarter than you. They don't have better ideas than you. All they did was follow the blueprint that I'm about to give you in this video. For starters, change number one is that Instagram is now starting to crack down on copyright. And what exactly does this mean? This means that when you repost somebody else's content, they are going to deprioritize your content. In the past, if you reposted somebody's piece of content, it likely would have done better than the original piece of content because Instagram already knew that they had an audience for that piece of content, and you then posting that content on your page would just get that more reach. It was kind of a win-win for everybody. It was a win-win for the original creator. It was a win-win for the person that reposted, and this is going to affect meme accounts. This is going to even affect creators that are reposting other people's content. But there is a workaround on this. All you have to do to still be able to repost somebody else's content is make a change to it. You could do this in a couple ways. For example, this creator right here does an absolutely amazing job at commenting and critiquing on other people's content. And this creator does something a little bit differently. What they do is make a change to the person's content. For example, you can change a few things about the piece of content. One, you can cut it up, you can get rid of the boring parts, which I strongly suggest you do anyway. The second thing that you can do, you can simply add in a call to action into the video. You can change some of the text that's in the video. You can change some of the editing in the video, and you can do this all simply within Instagram's app. A lot of creators think that this is going to be a huge downfall of meme accounts, people that are reposting other people's content, and I do not think that that's the case at all. In fact, I think this makes a bigger opportunity for everybody because you can still repurpose other people's content. You just can't take that content and post it randomly because Instagram is starting to deprioritize that. And I do want to just throw this out here, guys. That technically is copyright. Now, on the internet, it's really hard to detect when somebody is copywriting something. For example, you can use somebody else's clip on YouTube. You can use somebody else's clip on TikTok. You can use somebody else's clip on Instagram as long as you're paying attention to what is for fair use. And what fair use is when you're critiquing it, when you're saying something about it, you have to make sure that you're mentioning it. You can't just be stealing somebody else's content. You need to be critiquing it. You need to be commenting on it. You need to be editing a little bit, which, like I said, is as simple as just throwing text up on the screen if there was no text on the screen, which honestly might make the video perform better. But we can't stop there. The best times to post on Instagram, how long your video should be, and what hashtags you should be using have recently changed, and I need to make sure that you're implementing all of those things. But before I do that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to go quicker on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video about how to grow on these platforms every single day. In addition to that, I created a free Instagram growth course that'll tell you how to turn your viewers into followers, how to turn passive people looking at your account into followers that you can get at the link in the pinned comment below. I strongly suggest you check it out. Now, to give you an example, BL101, another client that I've worked with, they do an absolutely amazing job of repurposing other people's content. One of the biggest things that they're gonna do in order to continue to grow, in order to continue to make a ton of money from Instagram, is making sure that they're making slight tweaks or slight edits when they repost somebody else's piece of content, knowing that Instagram is now gonna be deprioritizing that. So please, don't think that this is the end of the world if that's how you create the majority of your content. It doesn't mean that at all. You just have to put in a little bit more effort and change your content a bit. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you're posting at the best time on Instagram right now. I see so many creators mess up when it comes to this because they're posting at somebody else's time zone or they're posting at their own time zone. And what you need to be doing, you need to be posting for the time zone in which the majority of your followers are in, because you need to understand how the Instagram algorithm works. It's gonna push out your content to your followers first. If they interact with it, then guess what? Your content is gonna get pushed out even more, especially if you're posting the right type of content, which I'm gonna be sharing with you in just a little bit, because this has recently changed. If you don't change the type of piece of content that you're putting out on Instagram, your reach is going to decline, and I know a lot of you guys are currently seeing that. That being said, you also need to make sure that you're adjusting the best time you're posting. The best time to post on Instagram right now is from 10 a.m. to noon, 3 to 5 p.m., and then from 7 to 10 p.m. Please make sure that you're posting at those updated times. If you're not, you're going to see a decrease in your reach. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you're waiting at least an hour in between posts on Instagram, or you're gonna see a massive decline in the amount of views that you're getting. Now, I also need to make sure that you are not making all the mistakes that you could be making with this current Instagram algorithm. Like one, getting posts taken down. When you have a post taken down on Instagram, it's going to shadow ban you. It's gonna make you lose followers. But don't worry, it's only going to be temporary. You're also gonna see a huge decline in the amount of views that you're getting. But again, it's going to be temporary. It is not the end of the world. Also, make sure that you're not using copyrighted content. Make sure that you're not using copyrighted sounds. This will do the same thing. It's not gonna get you shadow banned, but those posts will get deprioritized, and then your content content is not going to be showing up on Instagram. The other thing that so many creators are doing wrong, they're creating content that is way too long. You need to be optimizing for people finishing your whole entire piece of content. Whether that means you're posting a carousel or you're posting a reels, which by the way are the only two pieces of content you should be creating right now. With carousels, you need to be focused on people getting to the last carousel. When it comes to reels, you need to make sure that people are completing the whole entire video. The easiest way to make this happen is to decrease the length of your reels. The majority of reels that are going viral are 7 to 11 seconds long. You heard that right, 7 to 11 seconds long, and the best ones have loops in them. For example, this creator right here does an absolutely amazing job. Now listen, if a grandma can do cooking videos on Instagram and go viral almost every single time that she posts, what excuse do you have? You can do the same exact thing so long as you're implementing the things that I'm about to share with you next, because they're major updates to this latest Instagram algorithm. Now, when it comes to the hashtags you're using, you need to be using 3 different strategies. The first one is 1 to 2 hashtags. The second one is 9 to 10 hashtags. And then the third is 15 to 16 hashtags. Now remember, these need to only be relevant hashtags. If you're using irrelevant hashtags, your content's gonna be shown to the wrong people, the wrong followers, and then your engagement's gonna tank. And guess what happens when your engagement tanks? I alluded to it in the beginning of the video. Your views are going to drop. Your reach is going to drop. And in some cases, you might begin losing followers. The only way for you to combat that is to make sure that you're using hashtags the right way. If you're using irrelevant hashtags, you are not helping Instagram out. In the past, you wanted to use hashtags in order to rank for a hashtag, but that is not the case anymore. Now, Instagram is looking at hashtags in order to figure out who to show your content to. So please, make sure you're not using irrelevant hashtags. It is going to be one of the biggest mistakes that you can make with this current Instagram algorithm. And the other thing that I want to make sure that you're not doing, you do not want to be using the same hashtag strategy over and over and over again. A lot of people use 1 to 2 hashtags every single post. A lot of people use no hashtags every single post. Both of you are wrong. You need to make sure that you're changing your hashtag strategy. Oh, and I haven't mentioned it yet. Do not put your hashtags in the comments of your video. You look like a moron when you do this. It doesn't do anything to your post. So please make sure it comes after your description. And also guys, make sure you're optimizing for long descriptions and make sure you're optimizing your editing to have subtitles in it. Only 15% of people that are scrolling on Instagram have the sound on. What does this mean? 85% of people don't, which means you have to have a really strong hook in your video. You should probably have some subtitles on the screen, and you need to get people to want to turn the sound on. You know how you get them to want to turn the sound on? By hooking them in. You know who does an amazing job at hooking people in? This creator right here, who has literally gained over 200,000 followers in the mentorship program, and trust me, they're just like you. They struggled for a very long time. He posted on Instagram for a long time, tons of posts. None of them worked. He tried photos, tried reels, tried videos, tried everything. And you know what helped him the most? Changing his format of his content to make sure that there was a hook in it. There needs to be a hook in the first 3 seconds. I'm not saying that 2 seconds in there needs to be a hook. For the first 3 seconds, the only focus of your video should be the hook of the video. This creator does an amazing job at that by making people wonder what the heck is going on? What is going to happen next? How does this person have a huge basketball hoop in Paris? And you need to implement the same thing in your videos. I don't care if you're educating people or entertaining people. You can implement this into your content. Or if it's not going to be something that has a really strong hook, it needs to be something that's a really strong pain for the audience that you're going after, to the point that they're willing to watch that video in order to solve that pain. And please, when you have somebody's attention, do not waste it. Get straight to the point, go straight into it. You can always upload another video. You want to make sure that your videos are short, like I said, because that is what performs well on Instagram right now. Now, if your posts are dying right now on Instagram, they might get a little bit of views and then completely die off, or they don't take off at all. The reason being is because of one of 2 things. Either 1, the topic of the video wasn't good, or 2, the amount of watch time that you're receiving wasn't good. And you need to fix that immediately, because trust me, it is easier to grow on Instagram right now than it ever has been before, and this opportunity is not going to last forever, and you need to make sure you're taking advantage of it, because if you don't take advantage of this organic reach on Instagram right now, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. I have literally helped thousands of people grow on Instagram, and I want you to be next. All of that being said, if you want guaranteed growth on Instagram in 2022 or just in the next 30 days, you need to get into my mentorship program where I guarantee that I can help you grow on Instagram. In fact, I'm gonna tell you what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you grow in the next 30 days. If you don't grow, I'm gonna give you your money back, 0 questions asked. Now, there are limited spots for this because there are so many people that wanna get into it, but I can only work with so many creators. So if you're interested, go to the link in the description. This is the same exact course that Tuvok12 took to gain over 100,000 followers on Instagram. Av Moves took to gain over 1 million followers on on Instagram, the Joel Magician took to gain over 500,000 followers on Instagram, and so many other creators. I'm telling you guys, the organic reach on Instagram is not going to last forever. If you want to take advantage of this, you want brands to pay you for your posts, you want to know what you should be posting, what hashtags to use, what time you should be posting, and again, guaranteed growth on Instagram. Nobody has ever offered this before. Nobody's ever going to be able to offer this, but I can offer this to you right now if you get into this very limited program. So please, if you're interested, sign up at the link in the description. If not, I strongly suggest you check out the next two videos I'm going to put up on the screen because they're the videos that YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.